Hey, good morning. This is Vito Scarnecchia with the Avatano Group, powered by Compass. Today, we're talking about what's going on with the market. Yesterday, I sent out a post with all the details of, not all the details, but most of the details of what's going on with the housing market here in Silicon Valley. And uh, one thing I want to make sure that we understand is we probably won't see the market take a massive dip. Probably. We don't know what's going on. I listen to a lot of Chicken Little type podcasts where they're like saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling. I don't know if it's that bad because, I've been telling people that we're expecting the market to crash since like 2, 3 years ago. And, in 2018, we saw the market kind of plateau. Rates went up a bit and then went back down. And then COVID happened. And in order to keep the market moving forward, after that 2 month stall, we were, tucked down and not allowed to show houses for two months. Rates went down to historic lows. Refis were a boon. Everybody was making money. All my lenders were making like $500,000 a month. It was crazy times, right? They were doing 60 loans a month. It was crazy. Rates are up. That's one of the major problems. We have that inflation. We have somebody's got somehow that $1 trillion bill where we printed $1 trillion of money that came into the system that made our dollar weaker. So we're seeing massive inflation. We're seeing gas prices go up, and quite frankly, it's almost refreshing to see the market slow down. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I work with a lot of buyers as well. I do sell a lot of homes, but I work with a lot of buyers, and I see them struggling every day to try to get into a house, and they're being beat out by 17, 18, 20 offers. That's not going to be the norm anymore, right? You see the numbers that people are shovering. We're seeing a 53% increase in inventory just in the valley. That's going to continue to increase, especially now, over the summer months. People are in school, and there's some people that are getting out of the state. Some people are moving out of the Bay Area. We still have people that are moving in, but that tends to be that's trending right now, as people are moving out of the state. So people are moving up. There's still people wanting to buy houses because the rates went up. It's less affordable, so pricing is going to plateau a little bit. And what you're seeing is houses stay on the market a little bit longer. I had a house in Hollister. It stayed on the market for over 3 weeks, and we had to chase the market. And that's something you don't want to do when you're selling your house. You absolutely don't want to list it too high and then lower the price and lower the price and lower the price. We call that biting your arm off 1 inch at a time, and it's painful and it hurts, and it hurts everybody. The seller loses confidence in the agent doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know how to react. And I've been through this 3 times, right? I know that this is something that you have to do. You still have to play hardball with the agents, but on the other side, but still, we're here to make sure that we accomplish the goal for the seller or the buyer. And the buyer, they want to buy the house, and the seller, they want to move. And my Hollister people, they're moving out to Texas. So, the motivation was to get it sold. We got it sold. I have 2 more houses coming up. One this weekend. I have an open house this weekend on Chesbro. So come on by if you want to take a look at it. We spent the last 3 weeks rushing to get it ready for market. It's ready now. We're going to price it accordingly. Let's see how the seller reacts to that. Hopefully we can get him to agree to list it a little bit lower and see if we don't have to chase the market. I'm not going to go through all the numbers. I'll post them on the individual comments in the bottom. I just want to make this a real quick 5-6 minute conversation. If you're thinking about selling, be reasonable, whether you use us or not. List it lower and let the market come to you instead of chasing the market. If you list it too high and you wait for a couple of weeks, that's way too long in this market right now, especially in the valley. The trolls and the vultures come out and they start picking you apart. It's going to happen. And that's when you're going to see the market kind of take a dip. The good news is middle America, if you're planning on moving to middle America, places that aren't like the cool place to move, like Idaho or Texas or Florida or Arizona, Nevada. Think about Nevada. I have some people thinking about moving to Reno. I have some people moving to Texas. I mean, Henderson. I have people moving to Florida, all over the place. Nevada doesn't seem to be a huge target hit right now. You have the no income. They're very corporate friendly or business friendly. It is the desert. So lots of different places to think about if you're moving out. We can have that discussion later on. Let's see what else. So again, prices are expected to hold. I don't think what we're expecting anymore is the 20 offers and $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 over ask price. Those days are gone. I think we've already kind of hit to the top, and we're going to see a little bit of a plateau. You might see 2 or 3 offers. Your ideal target right now is you want to hit 2 or 3 offers and deal with that. Again, don't let your ego prevent the sale. Hubris is one of the number one things that prevent sales of homes. That's the ego of the seller, not necessarily the agents, because the agents want to do what's right for you as a client. We're going to see a lot more homes sit on market a little bit longer. It's not a buyer's market at all. The definition of a buyer's market is when homes trend to stay on the market over 6 months. We haven't seen that in 30 years. So we're still in a seller's market. You still have the demand and the command, but you have to lose that arrogance. Let the buyers come to you and get your best offers and work with them. Try to get them up a little bit, but make sure you don't scare them away. There is a recession expected. I heard October 19th, and that's why I put it into the comments down below. Reason why October 19th, I think that's after the Feds testify for the last time during the year, but also I think it's just the time that the stock market's going to come down a little bit. We're going to see some layoffs. We're going to see, housing settle out. 5.5% is going to be the new normal. Everybody was spoiled and got used to 2.5%, 3% interest rates. I think you're going to see 5.5% for a really long time. You might see it go down to ignite the market and try to get a catalyst going and try to get the market to go back up after the recession starts. And I think October 19th is after that report, we're going to see a recession, which the definition of a recession is 2 down quarters. So I think that's the reason why I said October 19th. But yeah, you see the stock market. A lot of my buyers have exited the market, waiting to see what happens, right? They're not completely out. They're not like, I'm going to just rent for the rest of my life. They're just going to say, you know what, 5.5%, my stocks are down. I think the market's going to settle out a little bit. I'm not going to play the multiple bid game anymore. Let's just see what happens. And I'm seeing that all over. And in all my meetings that I go to, I'm hearing other agents say that too. And that's all across the valley. So sit back, sit tight. I'll let you know what goes on, and I'll update you next week on how my listing goes. Hopefully we can get that sold, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. We'll see you out there.